Xiao Zhao wrote down his wish on the note. He said he wanted to die later. At least he must die behind the old half. He didn't dare to imagine. If he left this first, he would have loved it all his life. But I owe a woman all my life. How to live alone in the world. He couldn't rest assured. Maisie looked at the words left by Lao Zhao, and her heart was full of emotion. He finally understood that although Lao Zhao had a stubborn temper all his life, not good at words, never speaking sweet words, but in his heart, he has always loved himself deeply. This love is hidden in the years and in the companionship. On this day, Maisie looked at her granddaughter's mobile phone at home. It records the sweet time of the family together. It also took pictures of her losing control when she was sick. Looking at the strange and irritable self in the video, Maisie felt painful. Only then did he know that he was like a madman after the onset of the disease brought so much harm to the family. His heart is full of debt, owes consideration to his daughter-in-law, owes to his son for tolerating him, even more indebted to this family who was dragged down by him. He never thought about a condition that he couldn't control. It will cause so much harm to the family, but the torture of this disease, it is not something he can stop or control. As time went on, Maisie's condition became more and more serious. The onset of the disease is longer and longer. The body is getting weaker and weaker from the disease. That pain and powerlessness, let her no longer bear it. She knew it in her heart. My body can no longer hold on. Life is coming to an end, and there is not much time for him and Lao Zhao.
I'm fat. Good.
Where do I just go?
But Maisie really couldn't bear to look at her, and she worked hard until death. I can't bear to let both of them be sick, torture like this day and night. She quietly made a desperate decision in her heart. Before leaving, he called his son for the last time in his life. The phone was connected. He didn't say anything, just listened quietly to his son's voice. I just want to hear the breath of my relatives at the end, in his heart. As long as the children can live well, he can feel at ease even if he leaves. After hanging up the phone, Maisie had tears in her eyes, wrote a suicide note, silently prepared to say goodbye. I want to leave this world full of pain and sadness.
Then the two people are the same. The same. The same. The same. The same. The same. The same.
Lift you up! Lift up! Lift up! Lift up! Lift up!
Fortunately, the doctor found a rescue in time. Only then did he barely pull him back from the gate of hell. Lao Zhao looked at the suicide note left by his wife. This old man, who has never bowed his head all his life, couldn't help but shed tears. Soon after, Lao Zhao also saw his son for the last time like Maisie. He didn't say anything sensational, just looked at the child calmly. In the hearts of all parents, their children are safe and happy. It will always be their only and last concern, settle everything. He drove to the hospital and picked up the plums. Looking at his wife with a happy smile on his face, Lao Zhao, his heart was heavy. Along the way, Maisie fell ill from time to time, and his headache was unbearable. Lao Zhao saw it in his eyes. The pain is in my heart. Silently made a difficult and decisive decision in my heart. Two people are not sick like this, dragging the pain, living without dignity. It is better to walk the last journey together with dignity, instead of surviving, suffering day and night. It is better to be upright and accompany the person you love the most to the end. At least, they retain their last dignity. He gently unfastened Maisie's seatbelt, and then untied his own slowness, pressed the accelerator to the end, and the car is getting faster and faster. The wind whistled in his ears. Lao Zhao slowly closed his eyes. because the speeding traffic police chased after him stopped the two of them from going through decades of ups and downs together. Maisie has actually seen through Lao Zhao's mind for a long time, and she did not refuse this trip, because living peacefully together is also the ending he wants in his heart. At the same time, the son and daughter-in-law of the family finally returned. When they see a wall full of notes left by parents to each other, and when they silently saved a passbook for them, they suddenly realized last time his parents saw him was not an ordinary visit. Instead, he was saying goodbye to him for the last time. But it wasn't until this moment that he suddenly woke up. I never really cared about my parents from beginning to end. I don't know what they want, let alone understand that they are close to each other for life. What did you give yourself? This kind of guilt and regret in hindsight is the most powerless in this world. It is also the most irreparable pain. On the other side, Lao Zhao and Maisie drove all the way to a beach. This is the place they have longed for the most in their lives. In the early morning, the distance slowly rises and the faint morning sun. It was the picture they had been looking forward to for a lifetime. But they have been working hard for their families and worried about their children all their lives. Busy all my life until my life is coming to an end. Finally found the original dream. Only then did I understand that the person who should be cherished the most, it is always in front of me. Lao Zhao quietly looked at his wife's back. At this moment, he really understood himself. There is too little care for him in his life. He broke his heart for this family, boiled his head white. Maybe only at this moment, this time is truly his own. The two were tightly together, recalling his original wish when he was young. We always think that making enough money is the best love for our family. But you don't understand it until the end. It seems.
Are you not buying? Are you not buying?
Are you not buying?
Are you not buying?
You are not buying?
Wife, you put your eyes on it. Put it in one eye. Put it in one eye. Put it in one eye. Put an eye. Put an eye. I was the most terrible. I was terrible. I've always been amazing. I've always been amazing. I've always been amazing.
Okay.
Now let's go to Changshan together. And we also go to Changshan together. Also go to Changshan together. Also Changshan.
Lao Zhao has to be stubborn and not good at expressing himself all his life. Use all your strength to support your family, thinking that feeding and clothing for the family is the greatest responsibility, but ignored the wife who paid silently next to him. Maisie has worked hard all her life around her husband's children's family, never lived for himself until he was plagued by illness. Only then did he dare to stretch out the idea of taking a look. This movie is more like a mirror, reflecting the current situation of countless people. We always think that there is still a lot of time, and we always feel that our parents are healthy. No need to ask more, but I don't know that they are slowly aging. Silently endure loneliness and illness. Don't wait until you lose it to know how to cherish it. Don't let companionship become a regret for being late. The most irreparable thing in the world is never failure and fault. It is the family affection of hindsight. Go home more and listen to their nagging. Don't let the person who loves us the most live in loneliness and waiting.